longest while I was waiting for the opportunity to share, and CJ, you kind of made me think of it, that everything is based on what we believe. So I heard a thing from Miles Monroe this morning, and he said when a lion approaches an elephant, there's one singular thing in the lion's mind, and that is lunch. It ain't like, oh my God, that's huge. Like that thing could kick me, it could stomp me. There's nothing else in his mind like, ooh, lunch. When an elephant sees a lion, the elephant is thinking, holy crap, I'm about to be eaten. I got to get up out of here. I used to always wonder how the heck you could call a lion the king of the jungle when an elephant is like 8 billion tons. But it's like, it all depends on how you think. So when I tell you guys, like, that's the big difference. And CJ, I'm hearing you loud and clear. And I'm saying I live in that world and I am tired of it. But the thing that I'm chasing this year, Ben, is faith, because anything that you could do, you're doing. Can I be real with y'all? I've been saying I'm a Christian my whole life. I don't need no God for the stuff that I'm doing. Like, I ain't doing nothing extra that I need a God for. So when I start thinking about faith, it's like, oh, no. I got to put myself in a mindset, Ben, like you said, the science shows what we're capable of. Based on my religion, it shows what I'm capable of. The only factor that's different is what I think. So this year, I'm thinking of anything that I think remotely, Ben, that I can do. The next thing I'm doing is taking an action towards it. I'm gonna give y'all one practical one right now and I'm done. I came to Barbados for a funeral. In the process of coming to Barbados for a funeral, I talked to Kyle about it. I saw a house here that I was like, oh, this is my family's house. The budget that's needed for this house, let's just say I have not seen that kind of money in my lifetime. It's like almost $2 million for the house. But CJ, what I'm saying is exactly what I just told you. Negro, I don't need no God to do the small things. I can do that. My goal is faith. Like, here's an opportunity, Ben, for me to leave Subaru. I was like, that's why this environment is so powerful. Here's an opportunity for me to leave everything I think about, Carl, everything that's comfortable, everything that I know, and go after something that's ridiculous. And I told y'all, my goal is faith. My goal ain't the property. So now I got to put myself in a position to do things and think differently. I've met with the realtor, gone to the property. I had $9.31. I'll never forget that number in my bank account, because a year from now when I'm in that property, y'all will remember I said this. I had $9.31 in my bank account when I met with the realtor and said, let's go look at the property. Took my family up there. And I'm like, yo, I'm going after what I want now, man. And what I'm doing, watch this, CJ, what I'm doing to not fall back is some activity every day to keep pushing me in that direction. I call a lawyer. What's the process for buying a property in Barbados? What's your fees? If I sit here and don't do the next step, guess what's going to happen real quick? Oh, man, I knew that was too much anyway. No. I'm about to pay a structural engineer bottle. I got a structural engineer coming up there on Sunday to go look at the property and see if it's sound. I got to pay my man. Now I'm not giving my doubts a chance. Like, I'm doing something every single day. And every time I start to think like, yo, are you crazy? Ben, watch this. I told my daughter about the process. And my daughter's just like, yo, I just want dogs on the property. So I got her looking at dogs. So I can't let her down. I'm just doing every little thing I could do to make sure, bro, you're not going back to small thinking. 2 weeks from now, I could be a bum again and be back to my normal, regular self. But right now, bro, I'm running through any wall just because I'm like, don't let yourself go back. It all matters what you think.
Carl hit it. Like, keep that energy. Literally, the thing that I always think of, like Carl brought up me, but I think of E, Tony, and Bob. And the thing from E specifically that comes up, you got to get this concept of going all in. Like, yo, we got to stop double dutching. Like, he got this story about a pit bull where it's just like, yo, when it sees its sights on something, it just goes after it. And it's just like, yo, we can't, I wish this works. I hope it works. You got to put yourself in this stuff. Like, yo, whatever it is, I ain't going to do it. And when you get yourself in that state, that's when it's over. And that's why Bob is like, yo, success is 95% psychology, 5% the mechanics. And whenever I'm struggling with the mechanical stuff, which is like, yo, I can't find the time to do this. I can't pay for this. I can't make calls. I can't set appointments. It's generally because psychologically, there's something I'm battling with, and that's preventing me from doing the simple task. Who knows how to spend money? We know how to spend and invest money. Yeah. But however, there's something psychologically that's blocking it. So I love what Kyle just said. So CJ, really quickly, are you actually thinking on those 3 things that's making you scared to leave?
The first thing that popped into my head is it's a security blanket. It's one of the things that take care of myself, lifestyle I have now. It's the one thing that financially sustains how I'm living. It's how I show my love to my family.
So you got 2 sides of our minds. Life is literally the dance between what we want most and what we fear most, right? And so if we look at CJ's story, it's just like, yo, I want to quit and make $250K. That would be easy, but if I do it, I'm gonna lose my security blanket. I'm not gonna be able to love my kids. This is how I sustain my family. Can you see? Like, it's just like, yo, I want to do it, but the moment I think that doing what I want to do is gonna hurt something that I value, I don't want to do it anymore. And that's how we take 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Is this making sense?
Yes.
And I love that we got so granular with CJs because that's where we want to get with ourselves. Right. And that's where the honesty and transparency comes in. So I'm just like, yo, when I quit my job last year, it's just like there was one side of my brain that was like, I can. And then the other side was like, I can't. I was just like, I can quit and coach full time. But I don't want to put my family in a tough spot. Number 2, I can make 6 figures or 120K, but I don't want to go bankrupt. The third one was I can enroll high ticket clients, which means people that pay me $3,000 to $10,000, but I don't know if I could get them their desired results. And do you guys got the specific language that I used under each one? I recommended just based on the fact that we did this Wednesday and we're doing it again today. Write down minds, and when you write down minds, you'll see like how to actually do this for yourself. Arsenio, what did you put Wednesday for the first I can?
I can get the business partners required so I can hire people.
Oh, the recruits required. What's the second one?
I can make 6 figures.
And what was the third one?
I can actually deliver what's expected of me.
All right. What was your can'ts, Arsenio?
I can't develop the recruits adequately.
And what was the second one?
I can't do $250,000 or more.
And what was the third one?
I can't get disciplined enough to stay consistent.
How about you, Rodney? CJ, do you got yours?
I can quit my job, make 200K, coach full time. I can't put my family in a tough spot is the second one that's throwing me off. The coach full time is I don't know if I can give the results to my clients.
And what's your third one?
I can make 200K. I don't know if I can become or even have where I'm at now. I don't know if I have the discipline to make 200K as far as the distractions. Like, I don't know. I see something shiny and I'm like, ooh, and that's just the story of my life, really.
Oh, that's dope. I love it. And the quote is, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule our lives and direct our faith. And what we're doing is, because you guys heard the information, but now we're forcing you, because everybody's I cans and I can'ts is going to be different. And the language and syntax that you say it in is going to be different as well. So even with the one, I don't want to put my family in a tough spot, that was my language. Yours initially, when it came out, it's just like, yo, my job is my security blanket. It's how I sustain, I live, and I can't do that, sustain my life. So it's just like, you want to start really paying attention to your mind whenever you consider something that you know you need to do, but you can't. Literally the exact words that your mind is telling you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And we got really close to it just now. So what me and Arsenio was talking about this morning, I was just like, yo, which one of these is the biggest one for you? What did you say, Arsenio?
It was that third one.
I can't deliver what's expected of me. And I was just like, yo, what's the biggest I can't? And it was just like, yo, I can't get disciplined enough to stay consistent. I was just like, Arsenio, what's the problem with those two statements?
They're
distorted. What did you say? They're distorted?
Yeah. They're too vague.
So it's just like, bro, I can't deliver what's expected. What the fuck is expected? No wonder you can't deliver. You don't even know what that is. And he's just like, yo, I can't get disciplined enough to stay consistent. I'm like, disciplined to do what? You're trying to fix and do something that's impossible to fix and do. So no wonder we can't make progress. And so what me and Arsenio did was we got a little bit more specific on I can't deliver what's expected. And what conclusion did we arrive at, Arsenio?
I can make calls for 2 hours daily. I can set 12 appointments daily, and I can do 3 appointments daily.
Boom. And the old I can't was, I can't stay disciplined enough to get consistent. What was the new I can't?
I can't didn't change.
But literally coming up with this sentence took me and Arsenio maybe 30 minutes. So right now we're doing it on the fly, guys, but it took us 30 minutes to get clear on what was really expected of him. And here's what's so deep. I'm like, Arsenio, we knew this since July.
Right.
And when I brought it up today, he was just like, I don't know. I'm just like, really? Look through all of our texts and figure it out.
Matter of fact, you said this is the third time I'm going through this with you. And I'm like, this should feel like the first time. But it's the first time with this mindset.
And so this is what it is. And this is where we have to get with ourselves. All right, Rodney, what is it?
So I can make 250K. I can stay disciplined. And this is based upon that 250K. I can enroll 50 clients or 50 investors.
All right, cool. And then what's your I can't? Like, I can make 250K. What's the I can't associated with that?
Oh, it's no way possible I can make 250K.
What's the second I can't?
I can't stay disciplined. I'm kind of like CJ in the sense of the shiny objects. I want to try different things, even though I have a system that's working.
And then what's the final one?
And I can't give my clients the results they need.
So Kind of like with Arsenio, I can make 250K. That's very specific. I can stay disciplined. Is that specific or not?
That's not specific.
So specifically, what can't you stay disciplined doing that's coming up right now? Like, what do you need to do specifically in order to hit the 250K that you have to be disciplined with? So, and where I'm going is because Arsenio's was, so mine was just like, yo, I don't know if I could get my clients' desired results. It's not that specific, but I knew exactly what I meant. Like, yo, they paid me $3,000, and I don't think I'm gonna help them make their $10,000 in the first 3 months. So I could have got more specific with that, right? But Arsenio's was like, yo, I can't get disciplined enough to stay consistent. And I was just like, yo, what can't you stay consistent and disciplined with? So for you, when I'm looking at it's no way possible I can make 250K, what's the specific thing that you think you can't do to make 250K? Remember, our mind defines problems in solvable terms. So this is not a problem you can solve. So how can we define this I can't in a solvable term? What's the specific thing you think you can't do to make 250K? CJ, how about you? What's your I can'ts?
I can quit driving at UPS. I can make 200K. So I can coach full time. I can't be coaching full time by October 1st.
Here's what's scary about this. So what's more important to you? Being a coach full time, not having to worry about making money, be driving at UPS, or making the 250K? Like, what does your heart want more? To be free from a job, to coach full time, or to make money?